Alright, we're going to go over how to install SQL Server. Alright, and the first thing we have to do is to download it. And we're going to download SQL Server Express 2005, which is free. And you can start off by just typing Microsoft SQL Server Express and make it Service Pack 4, so we get the newest one. And we're going to click on the very first link, which will bring you to Microsoft's download page. We can also look at the system requirements here. You can pause the video to see if you need it. Now it's all set. Let's click on the download button, and what we want is to download the very first file, which is named SQLexpr.exe. I'm going to click on next, and we're going to save the file to our download folder. And my connection is somewhat decent, so it's going to be just a little bit before it's finished. After it's done downloading, right click on the file and open the container folder, and right click on the file and run it as an administrator. Set the term of service, and let's install it. Click on next, and then click on next, and click on next again. Type in the name of the install, and if you wish, the company. And we're going to uncheck the high advanced configuration. And what we're going to do is install everything. So I want to install the replication service and the client components. You don't have to, but I like to install everything. And we're going to keep the instance of the SQL server named SQL Express. And what is here is just what type of account you want to log in. And we're going to keep it as default. I'm going to click on next. For now, we're going to put on Windows authentication mode. Click on next. And we can just keep the default behavior. Click on next. And also the default user interface admin account. Click on next. And we don't want to participate, so click on next. And let's finally install it. At this point, every single check mark should turn green, and that will mean that the install has been done correctly. And click on next, and we're going to click on finish. Now the server should be installed, and the service should be running. And what we want to do is actually check the service to see if everything is actually set up correctly. What we want to do is click on the Start menu and then browse to the Microsoft SQL Server 2005 folder and launch something called SQL Server Configuration Manager. And what you can see on the right side is that the SQL Server is running. And then you can check any of these configurations to see if it meets your requirement. The other thing we're going to check out in that folder is called the surface area configuration. So I'm going to click on that and take a look at what it says. And this is where we add in a new administrator to the SQL server if there isn't one already. Right now our SQL server is set up for Windows authentication, and it'll be good enough for what we're doing in this video. Now you can click on the bottom option and then you'll see just about the exact same thing, whether the surface is running, remote connections enabled or not, and to stop or start the service again. further down, it's more advanced settings, which usually you don't want to mess with, because this stuff is for highly experienced people. Now that we verified that the SQL server is running, it should be all set up. And what we're going to do is check another way. It's just typing services into the run dialog, and it should load up for every single service that the operating system sees. And we're going to scroll down until we see the SQL server service, and you can see that it has started and it's currently running at the moment. So it's always good to triple check your work. That'll be it. Now that the SQL server is running, what can we do with it? Well, check the next video, and we'll see how to actually add in an account that people can use and to maintain the server. And for that, we need to install another software package from Microsoft called SQL Management Studios. Thank you.